Hi, this is Amy Romeo from the jewelry and craft making blog, amyromeo.com, and on this channel I share fun and easy jewelry making and craft projects. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make these really pretty snowflake angel ornaments and gift tags using either faux leather or cardstock, some heat transfer vinyl, and a Cricut cutting machine. I'll have the SVG pattern for these pretty angels on my blog. I'll link to them in the description box below so you can grab the file and craft along with me. So if you're ready to learn how to make these, let's get started. Let's go over the tools and materials I'll be using to make the snowflake angel ornament. The first is a Cricut cutting machine. I'll be using the Maker, but you could also use the Explore Air 2 or the Cricut Joy. I'll be using a purple strong grip cutting mat and a green standard grip cutting mat, an Easy Press Mini with a heat pressing pad, and a Teflon or parchment paper cover sheet, a weeding tool, some scissors, some blue painter's tape, and some craft glue or fabric glue, depending on the material you're using to make your angel. So I wanted to show you, this angel is made from 2 layers of faux leather glued together back to back. The one I used was a smooth white faux leather, and I'll link to that in the description. But the great thing about this project is you can use any color or any materials you want. So you could use a different color faux leather. Just keep in mind it will be showing through your angel wings. Or you could use cardstock. And I recommend 65-pound cardstock. Again, any color you want. You will be cutting a front and a back and gluing them together, so that'll make your ornament sturdy. And then all of the detail you see is layers of heat transfer vinyl. And again, you can use any color you want. You can use glitter, you can use foil iron-on, it's really up to you. So if you are using cardstock, you can still use heat transfer vinyl, and I'll be showing you how to do that by pressing the heat transfer vinyl onto the cardstock. If you don't want to use heat transfer vinyl, or you don't have an Easy Press or an Easy Press Mini, you can also use permanent vinyl for these layers. So this is a really fun project that you can absolutely customize and make your angel look exactly how you want it. So let me show you how to grab the SVG cut file pattern for the angel from my blog, and then we'll get started. Let me show you how you'll get the SVG cut file for the angel ornament and gift tags. You'll go to my blog at amyromeo.com, and from the menu bar, here's the resource library. If you don't have a password, you can click on Get a Password, and you'll fill out a form, and the password will be emailed to you immediately. Then you'll return to this page, and you'll click on Resource Library, and you'll type the password in the box, and click Enter. And then you'll be inside the Resource Library, where I have lots of different design files with numbers and links to download. So you'll be looking for design number 159. It's not here yet because I haven't uploaded this project yet, but it will be design number 159, and this will say Angel Ornaments and Gift Tags. And you'll click here and it will download the SVG folder onto your computer or your device. You'll need to unzip the folder before you can access the files and upload them to Cricut Design Space. And back in Cricut Design Space, to upload the file, you'll click Upload, Upload Image, and then browse for the SVG file and click Save. Click on it again and Insert Images. And this will bring the snowflake angel ornament into your canvas in Cricut Design Space. And you can see all of the layers here. There is a front and a back of either white faux leather or cardstock or any color you want the backing to be. And then we have a couple different layers of heat transfer vinyl. So I'm not going to change the size. You can if you'd like to by clicking and dragging the icon here. You can also, if you wanted to change the color of the design to match whatever color you'll be using, you certainly can. But I will leave it as is and click Make It. And the mat preview screen here on the left will show us 7 different mats. So one will cut from either faux leather or cardstock, and the rest will cut from heat transfer vinyl. And I wanted to show you this mat does not need to be mirrored because I've already created a front and a mirrored back shape for you. but all of these other layers, if you're cutting them from heat transfer vinyl like I am, will need to be mirrored. So I like to go through just right off the bat and mirror them all so I don't forget. If you're using permanent vinyl, then you would not mirror these mats, but I will be demonstrating heat transfer vinyl. So let's go ahead and cut the backing first. So when I cut faux leather, I like to use the faux leather paper thin setting. If you don't have this setting, you can click on Browse All Materials and locate it. If you'll be cutting the backing from cardstock, I recommend the medium cardstock setting. So let's start first with faux leather paper thin, and I like to add more pressure when cutting faux leather. So let me show you how I set up my mat, and we'll cut that backing for the ornament. Before I cut the faux leather, I always like to trim down a larger piece to the size that I need to cut, and I can tell what size I need to cut from the mat preview screen. I saw that the two little angels will fit within inside a piece of material about 8 inches wide and 5 inches tall. So that's what I've cut, and I'm going to flip it over and place it pretty side down in the top left-hand corner of a purple strong grip cutting mat. I'll press it all over, and then using just regular blue painter's tape from the hardware store, I will tape down on all sides. When cutting faux leather with a Cricut, it's important that the white star wheels on the roller bar here are moved off to the side so they don't roll over your material and make tracks on the back or lift it up off the mat. So now I've got the mat taped up and ready to go. I'll press the double arrow button to load the mat. And I will press the C button to start the cut. When the cut's complete, before I unload the mat, I always like to come in here with a sharp tool, like the weeding tool, and check and see if the cut went through well. This one looks like it did, but I'm going to run it one more time just to be sure, and you can do that by pressing the C button. There's a little hole that the Cricut will cut for you. You can just poke that out. Now this material cut for me with 2 passes. If necessary, you can just keep repeating the cut. So every time the cut finishes, before you unload the mat, check and see if it's fully cut, and if not, just press that C button again. So this faux leather has a couple little fuzzies on the edge. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I'll use my little 4-inch curved scissors and just sort of trim around any fuzzies. And what I also want to do is I'm going to cut the same shapes out of cardstock so that I can show you how to press on cardstock as well. And what I will do now is I will return to Cricut Design Space and I will cut out all of the heat transfer vinyl layers. And I won't go through that in this video, but I will show you in my blog post all the different settings that I use for the different materials. So I'll be cutting some foil iron-on, some regular heat transfer vinyl, and some glitter. So you'll basically just cut each mat according to the appropriate material settings. You'll weed away the excess vinyl, and when I have all of my layers cut and weeded, then I'll show you how to assemble the ornament. So let me show you how we're going to heat press the little ornaments together. So I'll start with the faux leather one. And again, we just want to make sure our little sides match up. And we want to first do the wings. And I wanted to show you, I have the wings and the little eyes on the same mat to cut out of the same material. But you want to cut the eyes out of here first before you heat press them on. I just didn't want you to have to cut another mat for just the teeny tiny eyes. So make sure you cut those off first. And then we need to press the wings on as the first layer. So just line them up. And then cover with a little Teflon sheet or a piece of parchment paper. My Easy Press Mini is on the low setting. And we'll just press. I'm applying light pressure. Now this is foil, Cricut brand rose gold foil. And it tends to lift a little bit, so I'm gonna press and then try and lift carefully, and I'll see if I need to press some more. No, that came out pretty good. So the wings go first, and then the little dress. Now this is glitter, glitter heat transfer vinyl from Caesar. I think the color is called Blush. I'll put it in the description box. Normally you wouldn't want to layer on top of glitter, especially if you were doing a t-shirt, but this is just an ornament and I think it will stick just fine for an ornament. There we go. And then the little snowflake layer goes next. I'm just lining them up. So the face, and now we do the hair on top. What I love about these little angels is you can really customize every aspect of them to personalize them. If you want them to look like members of your family, or you want to give them as personalized Christmas gifts. I've got the cheeks and the little tiny heart-shaped mouth. So keep in mind those circles are not eyes, they're cheeks, so you want to put them down a little bit. And whenever you layer vinyl, you don't want to press each layer for the full recommended time of 10 or 15 seconds. You want to press just enough to get the layer to stick, because the continued pressing will continue to heat those layers down. How cute is that? Adorable. So this is the faux leather version, and I did want to show you if you wanted to use cardstock. If you don't have faux leather, you don't want to get faux leather, you can't find it. So let's do one of those. So the process will be entirely the same. So I'll speed it up just so you can kind of see. Remember to cut the little eyelids off of your wing shape. So these cardstock ones, we are going to glue them front to back, so they will be sturdier, but this would also be a great gift tag. If you wanted to write on the back with a gold Sharpie, that would be really cute. So here we go. And there's the cardstock one. So faux leather and cardstock. And what I'm going to do now is just press these under something heavy for just a few minutes, and then I'll come back. I'll show you how I glue on the back and attach the ribbon. So the last step in the Snowflake Angel Ornament project is to glue the two parts together, the front and the back. So I'll show you how to glue the faux leather together, and then I'll show you how to glue the cardstock. And really you could use the same glue for both, but I prefer this art glitter glue. It's a clear It dries clear, it doesn't have glitter in it, and the bottle comes with a very sharp little nozzle, so that's great for applying glue in small places. I'll use that one for the cardstock because it comes out a little thinner. And then this is some quick dry tacky glue, and this works with both, but this is a little thicker, so I would reserve this for a thicker material like the faux leather. You don't want the cardstock to bubble. Oh, and I did want to mention, sometimes people ask if they can glue the sides together first and then heat press on all the layers. And I wanted to mention that you don't want to do that, because if the glue is at all damp inside the two layers and then you apply heat, your faux leather will bubble, and then that will create big lumps on your ornament, and you don't want that. So I've just applied a thin layer of glue to one side of the faux leather, and then I just line up my shape and press down. If any glue comes out of the side, you can just wipe it up with a damp paper towel. And then the key is going to be to press this under something heavy, like a book or a stack of copy paper, for at least a few hours, and that'll really make this nice and tight on the edges, and it'll look like one piece. So I will glue the cardstock with this one, and you'll see the difference in how the glue comes out. This glue is very precise. Obviously I'm going quickly, so I'm not doing the best job, but you want to get right up to the edge without... Oh, and now my little bottle is stuck. Okay, well, anyway, I will finish that. I will clean out my nozzle and I will finish that. I could probably just put some of this on here. See, this glue's a little gloopier, and you don't want big gloops, but you get the idea. Put this right on here. And again, I want to press this flat under a heavy book. And this could be a gift tag you can write on the back with a Sharpie or another marker. You could cut out letters of heat transfer vinyl and press them on the back if you wanted to. But here I have another one that's already done. This is a cardstock snowflake angel, and I've just cut a little 10-inch length of ribbon, and I'm going to press it through. I've pointed the edges so that it's a little easier to do this. Just loop it through. Pull up the string, and then if it's a gift tag, you can tie it on your gift, or you can tie a knot right up here and it can be an ornament. And I'll show you the same process on this one. This one hasn't fully dried obviously, but I will press it with the ribbon on. And the snowflake angel ornaments are complete. I really hope you enjoyed this project and you're looking forward to making some of your own personalized snowflake angel ornaments yourself. If you liked this video, I have lots more great videos like this. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.